Hello, good morning to you all. This video is on the theme of how not to do vibrato, and then this applies to Celtic music. I'm going to play a tune called the Pole Halfpenny, which is a hornpipe, and a Shogun farewell afterwards as well. Just to say that without doing vibrato on your instrument, you actually create more poignancy. Taking the example, it's to do with your voice, as we said before, and I remember the Dubonnet advert with the Chanson d'Auvergne, Chant d'Auvergne, by Joseph Canteloup. It's a pure sound, and it's very haunting melody, plaintive melody that is very without vibrato, because this is a Celtic folk tune coming from the era of Provence. And of course the Celtic, there's a lot of Celtic influence in music, as we know it today, because you think in France you've got Provence and Brittany are two Celtic regions I know of, and Spain you've got Catalan and Galicia, and northern Portugal, which I forget the name of, and of course with UK itself you've got Cornwall, you've got Wales, you've got Ireland, Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, and the Isle of Man, and you've also got Northumbria and Scotland, of course, and probably the Isle of Skye, the different islands as well, all their different types of Celtic music. But I'm going to play this Pole Halfpenny. So. Yes, you see, it's certainly more expressive, isn't it? It puts you back in time. It captures a moment in time, and I know classical musicians got their own idea, but what they forget to mention, because I've studied classical music at Trinity College. I know I wasn't really up to any good standard with it, but I was very interested in history of music, and I've studied scores of all composers and things, and they're nowhere. They're very instructive, intuitive composers. What they want to express, what they want to get instruments to do, and there's loads of instructions on how to play it, whether it's allegando, or pianissimo, fortissimo, smolz, and you've got different tempi, and there's so many different things, and accents, where to put the accents, phrasing, all these things. But there's nowhere. I mean, you got one type of vibrato, which we said the other day, which is a tremolando. That is indicated, but the actual left hand vibrato there's nowhere is that indicated how it should be done. When all my violinists, I was never instructed how to do it. I have done it by default. I try not to do it, and the thing is that there's nowhere in music in this that tells you how to do it. So it's an individual. I think the nearest thing you got is cantabile, and that literally means to play as you would sing it. And I think that's the nearest you can think about it, because singers don't actually think about. They have the same problem if they're singing Celtic music, if they're learning it. But if they're brought up on that, they naturally do it anyway. So I'm going to play Shogun Farewell without vibrato and see how plaintive this, because from the film it comes from, the American Civil War, I think it probably needs to be more plaintive. Yes, it's almost as if it would actually sound better on a Baroque violin, because I mean, I don't know, but I suspect in the Baroque era, Bach and Vivaldi and that, they didn't use vibrato because there was no need for it, because a lot of it was doing a lot of fast finger work and last bow work, and they did have their moments, but the expressive quality was to sound the instrument out, so you needed to project it with the bow, and any form of vibrato would probably interrupt that. So but I think it's the modern violin exploiting the higher register, and then they transfer it to the other thing. I think that's the traits that to making a good projective tone, but it's not in the vocabulary of Celtic music. So just to put this point, I know there's various folk musicians have their own ideas with this, but there you go. It's a free for all, but that is my opinions. Anyway, thank you for listening.